What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all. Y'all came right on in. Y'all acting like real people and not regular people. Like y'all just started coming in. And I thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. So, while we wait on Raheem to join, um, I see a few people that's about to get blocked. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I want to welcome you guys to the first installment of Affirmed as Fuck with Maui Bigelow. I'm Maui. Um, we are, so the Affirmed as Fuck platform is an empowerment platform that encourages women to affirm themselves, to uplift themselves. Because I'm a firm believer that when we energize ourselves and we change our attitude and our energy, that makes room for us to uplift and energize other individuals. And so that is what the Affirmed as Fuck platform is about. That I know y'all see me using the hashtag a lot. Some of you have started using the hashtag, and I definitely appreciate like all the love and support that you have shown me in regards to just trying to be consistent with creating a space for women, especially plus size women, to thrive and to be successful and to love themselves and to celebrate themselves. Like, I know that it is extremely hard sometimes for us to navigate and find our way in life, in love, in other relationships, in work. Like, there are a lot of things that go into being a black woman. And so a lot of times we don't get, hold on, let me send him the invite. And so a lot of times we don't get the same energy that we put out. And I know that that can be discouraging a lot of times. So the Affirmed as Fuck platform is definitely a space that is safe. It's definitely a space that celebrates women. Most importantly, it celebrates Black women. And so tonight, just in time for Valentine's Day, we are here with Raheem DeVaughn. We all know and love Raheem for his amazing voice and his amazing music. He just dropped a new album called What a Time to Be in Love. If y'all haven't heard it, it's playing in the background. I've been a Raheem DeVaughn fan since day one, and I'm convinced like this is his best body of work. I've shared it with you guys on several occasions, and I'm definitely going to be sharing it a lot more. Um, I'm definitely going to be sharing it a lot more because I think that it is an amazing body of work. Like, Raheem is notoriously known as the Love King, Mr. Goodnight. What's up? I was just
What's up?
I was just tooting your horn.
Uh, BB.
Don't start. Don't start. So how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you?
I'm doing good. I was just telling the people, like, I definitely think that this album is your best album.
Okay.
Um, I'm in love with it. Like, it, I love when artists create music that you don't have to skip over. Like, I have not had to skip over this album at all. I'm getting real Marvin Gaye vibes from this. Like, it's not, I mean, we know that you're the Love King and we know what you do. in regards to vocals and making women feel good and all that stuff. But I like that, like there's a lot of consciousness in this album. I really like this album.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely some elements of like influences of Marvin there, Teddy Pendergrass. Um, yeah, it's like I would say it's probably like a fusion of those two.
I
Maybe a
definitely
dabble of Prince Roger Nelson.
I definitely feel Marvin. Like I love this album. I love this album. I really do. Like I like the lady, the spoken word lady. Who is that?
Her name is Rob Brown.
Okay. Yeah, she's amazing. Like I love this. I love this album. And I know you guys are pushing Mr. Midnight now. We're actually playing it in the back. Like I've been sharing it everywhere. I really love it. What was the motivation behind it?
Um, I wanted to make something that celebrated Black love. I wanted to make something that it kind of lightened the mood a little bit. That wasn't too. Initially, I was gonna probably go like straight socially conscious vibes, but I feel like that might have been a little too heavy. People. I try to respect the fact that people um, use music as a sense of escapism. So, it's important to have that balance. And so that's what I was striving for with this project. So the spoken word pieces by Rob Brown were very intricate and very important to the project, as a whole. For people who still are into like complete bodies of work, like it was important that be received a certain way. You know what I mean? Because I never want to be like objectified or too over sexualized either. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a thin line of that. Even though the music is very, this album is very sexual, and like I like to tastefully do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to feel disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the I don't know. Everything about this album is just dope to me. Like even the placement of the music. You know what I'm
Uh huh.
saying?
Uh
Like
huh.
it's not just a straight like it's just everything. It's perfect. Like it wasn't just like you had the love songs and then you had the social conscious songs. Like you mixed it all in. And I definitely think that it was great. Like I think that the sound is good, and I think that the message, like what you saying, that the message was black love. I think that a lot of times we don't see the our consciousness for our people and our respect and admiration for our people as love too. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
just think that all of that is love, and all it just oozes black love. So I'm very very appreciative of the album. um Up and Down is my favorite though, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I noticed.
That's my favorite. That is my absolute favorite. Like I am literally listening to this album every day, but like every time I listen to it, I probably listen Up and Down like 4 times, and then I move on with my life. But yeah, so so I definitely appreciate this. I was just telling them, and I don't know if you know, I do know we follow each other, but this platform and this particular Facebook Live series is called Affirmed as Fuck. And the understanding behind the platform is just that a lot of times, because most all of my content is to energize and empower women. And so I definitely feel like for black women, like we carry a load, like a real load. And we don't always get the energy that we need, or that needs to be returned to us. So this platform has been for me just to encourage women to affirm themselves and to create a standard for themselves, you know. And so with Valentine's Day coming up, um, I would love to know, like, I don't want to get in your business and ask your relationship status and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
But I would love to know, like, with Valentine's Day coming up, we've been having a lot of relationship talk. Like, what are some things that you think are vital in regards to a relationship and building a partnership with someone?
I think the vital keys to building a partnership with someone in a relationship, um, even if you're, dating, whatever you're doing, whatever, regardless of the title, is understanding somebody's love languages, um, and understanding their needs on a day to day, and that those needs will change throughout time.
Yeah.
And if you don't, and that reciprocation is very important. You know what I mean? I think that that's where um, a lot of relationships fail. You know what I mean? Um, because men too can be in a relationship and put so much into the relationship or give so much to themselves to their partner that they in fact can lose themselves. I remember hearing women say that, or I've sat on panels or different situations or intimate conversations with women where they say I was in, where I say, well, what happened? And they say, well, I was in this relationship and I completely lost myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that can happen for men too. You
I
know?
think that a lot of times, and although I advocate for women, I understand that men need something too. And I think that a lot of times, because society has told us that men are not supposed to be emotional and they're not supposed to ooze all of this energy that is considered feminine energy, that they don't need certain things. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a conversation that I've had with a lot of women, like, just the same things that you need, men need also. Like they want conversation, they need peace, they need joy, they need
Yeah,
somebody
and
that's willing
I,
to
I
energize
I
them.
I think too being able to identify with one's triggers. You know what I mean? Because men and women will have triggers, and um, you can trigger something in your partner that can be like a ticking time bomb in them. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and if you know the trigger and you continuously hit it purposely,
They
then
say I'm halfway in the camera.
yeah. I was going to, yeah. I didn't know what you was going for. I don't know if you
No,
were
I
just
wouldn't.
if it was all about the twins tonight.
No, it's definitely not. It is definitely not.
Round here we got a twin.
No. This ain't my work time. I know you think I'm a stripper, but it's not my work time.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So it's very important to know the triggers too. You know,
Yeah.
and
I,
and
I,
and and, and to be able to identify with your own triggers and understand that when you are triggered, there's positive and negative ways to deal with the triggers.
so
Because
let
for
me
me,
ask you
like
this.
say for example, like my personal triggers, um, when they hit, I haven't always dealt with them in like properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
understand. So
yeah.
let me ask you this, because I was having a conversation with my Facebook audience about this. Where I asked men, what do they want from women other than sex?
Hmm.
And so one man responded that you guys wanted your space. And I was like, so you want me to love you and
We
energize you?
want the space, but we don't want the space. We want this. That's I think that's based on man per man basis. You know what I mean? Um, it's a lot of women that want space too, though. It's a lot of women that don't want to feel uh, smothered. You know,
Yeah, I
they
understand
want
that,
the
but
they
I'm
want the
not.
attention, but they don't want to feel like smothered.
Yeah, I guess I don't. For me, honestly, I don't know how to operate like that. Like when I'm with someone, I vibrate very high. I energize them to the best of my ability, and so like that. Oh yeah, baby, I love you. Now move. I don't get with that. So I was like, what y'all? So y'all want us to love y'all and leave y'all alone? Like what? What? And come back when y'all ready for us to come back? Like what you talking about? I'm
Yeah,
gonna need answers. I'm gonna need answers.
yeah.
So Valentine's Day, what would be your like ideal just date situation?
Um, I like to cook, so you know what I mean. Like I
I
would
peeped
probably,
that you think you can cook.
yeah. No, I don't think that I can cook. I'm actually very nice in the kitchen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just takes me a minute. It takes, the prepping of it. Like I got to do a better job of like prepping and But
Are you one of
yeah.
those cooks that don't clean the kitchen up afterwards?
Oh no, I gotta. I can. It definitely has to be. I can't stand to cook in a dirty kitchen, and it has to be clean as immediately after. At this point in my life,
You need to cook with. You need to go live and cook with Raheem one day.
perhaps.
I feel like we need that. So what are you
I
working
mean,
on?
it really again. It depends on your partner. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
depends on um what they're into, and you know what stage you're in. You know, because I just believe you shouldn't. I believe in unless you're married. You know what I'm saying? It should be you have to be very conscientious of what you're doing, what you're
I,
building, what you're creating. You know what I mean? Because of course, there's a difference between dating and it's a difference between being in a committed relationship, and then I would imagine that the expectations of being married and Valentine's would be totally different. I've never been married or engaged, so what I mean, I can't speak on that from personal experience.
oh, okay. But
What
today,
about you?
this is mimosa. This is
This is
definitely a
actually
mimosa.
fresh. This is a fresh juice I made. Like it's pineapple, mango, and no, it's pineapple, pear, and ginger.
Listen, you look good as fuck. I'm just gonna say that. Like,
Thank you.
I'm just saying because, like, I know that you're on a different journey, and
Hmm.
like you look like you going somewhere else. You definitely do. Like
Yep.
you look good and you look grown, and I'm
I've
proud of
been man. I've been celibate the whole 2021 and some change, meaning part of 2020 as well,
you.
and
Listen,
um,
I feel your pain.
loose change,
Yes.
and um, yeah. So it's different, It's I guess it's a different kind of energy I'm harnessing, and
How is that? Because I'm struggling.
it's cool. I'll be struggling too. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Yeah, but it's you learn a lot about yourself.
Because my best friend was celibate for 7 years,
Mm.
and I don't know how she did it. Like right now, I'm feeling like not my mama, not Rosa Parks, not nobody. She the strongest black woman I know.
It's a lot of different stages apparently to celibacy. A lot of people operate and practice it a lot of different ways. Some people just don't share themselves with somebody else. Some people um, do
Just
completely like
refrain.
complete retention. Some
Yeah.
people um, still believe in self pleasure, and you know what I mean. Um, so it's
It's
really
levels to it. It's levels.
yeah, it's levels to it. So it's really about what works best for you, and I guess what the end goal is. But hey, look, I feel your pain. Though. I know. You know what I mean?
It's a
I know.
struggle. Like I definitely have been on the struggle bus with it, but it is
It's
what it is.
amazing though. Like my phone don't ring. It don't rock the way it used to.
Listen, because
I guess once the word is out, not even on it like, hey, just check it out.
I'm just dry.
And it's all good. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Let me pack my bag and move out there. I'm about
I
to move.
guess what I'm saying is a genuine interest. You know what I mean?
It
If
changes.
your genuine interest finds you.
Yeah, it changes. I'm about to move. I'm about to move out there and be a roommate. Don't worry about it.
You know what I discovered though about myself though? I discovered like I like to be pursued. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I, I don't know if there ever men out there feel like that. You know what I mean? But I like to be not like stalked, but like, you know what I'm
but
saying?
you
Like,
want to know that it's an interest. Like,
yeah, I like to be, yeah, you know what I mean? And I
yeah, and
think
I
the
think
minute that
that's
I lose,
something that women don't understand. Like, there are men that like to be pursued because I guess because we've been taught that like the man is supposed to come to you. Like, the old people say, your mate gonna find you, your husband gonna find you. Like, Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I find you. You might need to find him.
yeah. Or y'all find each other, and
We find each
you
other.
know, fair exchange, no robbery. You know,
Yeah.
it's always good. You know what I'm saying? Evenly balanced.
I just can't believe your phone's right though. Like, okay. Like ain't nobody ain't nobody trying to convince you to go ahead and switch it up or nothing. Like, what's going on?
I remember I got one text. It was like, "Is this true?" And I was like, yeah, "It wasn't oh hey, how you doing?" None of that. It was like, "Is this true?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then it was like no response.
Like, sis, where you at?
And
What
I'm
happened?
like, "Well, how are you? How you been?
Hey.
Long time no."
But you know what? I feel like, especially if it's someone who is like equally interested, like I feel like it creates a great opportunity for you guys to get to know each other and know your likes and dislikes. Because
Yeah.
like I know that there have been guys that I have really really liked, and then once sex became, you know, a part of the situation, like it was totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, it does. It changes. You know what I mean? Like it changes things. I realized during this time like how much of a go to it was. On a plus and a negative though. Because it could be like a huge stress reliever, you know what I mean? But it also can be a vice, you know what I mean? And I think for far too, it's definitely been. I'd be lying if I didn't admit that it's definitely been a vice for me.
Somebody said they've been trying and trying. This, keep trying. Keep at it. He might give in one day. Okay, someone said they've been celibate 7 years until this past Wednesday. And it was easy. You just gotta know your worth. I mean, it
I wonder
definitely.
what happened this
Sometimes
past
it's not
Wednesday
even
that made
about
it.
knowing your worth as much as it is just allowing yourself the opportunity to sit with yourself. Like I definitely felt like in that space, I was a lot more level headed. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like a lot of times, especially for women, like we will jump on some bullshit because the sex is good. You know, I don't know if men do that because I've never been a man, but you know, I know that sometimes that's what
Absolutely,
that's what happens.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So, but it's
That's
hard.
just like. Plus, you kind of able to identify things with a different eye. You know what I'm saying? Like spiritually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you realize like how everything is so over sexualized from the time you pick up your phone to the commercials to I mean definitely if you spend a lot of time on social media, you know.
Social media is like a sex haven. It
Yeah,
is like very sexualized. Like I see a lot of stuff and I'm like, ooh, but so yeah, I definitely get that. But I really appreciate the process because it has allowed me to appreciate myself more and to sit with myself and to understand, that like just like a lot of times we just don't look at ourselves in situations. A lot of times, like we dumb ourselves down for certain situations. And I definitely think that, like it's been a growing process. I definitely think it's grown me a lot. So I appreciate it. I talk shit about it, but I'm up in here. I'm good.
yeah, there it is.
So listen, we've been seeing you in the studio a lot. I'm at the studio with you every night.
Yeah, I've
How
been doing a
long do
lot of
you
work.
stay at the studio?
Say again.
How long are you at the studio? Are you You're recording every day? I know you're working on something because,
Yeah,
like,
not
I've
every
heard.
day, but I would love to be in there every day, but not every day. I'm working on. I mean, right now I'm just finishing up. I've just completed an album with a producer from Detroit, Apollo Brown, um, and it looks like that record will be coming out sometime, soon, sometime in the near future, definitely this year. Um, Shout out to Detroit. What up, though? Um, I got another top secret thing that I just wrapped up with Kenny Dope. Um, that's incredible. Um, I can't say what it is just yet, but it involves like an entire body of work.
I
And
think that's the song that I'm talking about. Somebody, I hate to cut you off, but it just I've been trying to think of what the good time. It was a good time. The song was
oh,
a good.
what you need is a good time. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I heard that one night. I was like, what is
Good
this? And then I
time,
was,
good
listen,
time,
I
good time.
commented about 4 times. I was like, what is that? And I sent you a message. I was like, what is that? And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's the only thing about making like records on live and stuff is just like people people they want it right then, you know?
yeah. And I
Yeah,
know
so
it's a process, but I was like, what? What? Wait a minute. Don't
yeah,
stop
it's
it.
definitely a process. Shout out to B Boy Soul who produced that. Um, one of my in-house guys, a phenomenal artist. Um, yeah, so he did that. We did that a couple of weeks ago, actually. Like, just yeah,
Listen, we in here. We know. We all in your
y'all
business.
waiting on that one, huh?
We all in your business. I was like, what is that? I was in the bed. I sat up. I was like, I'm about to send a message. It sounds good. I was like, I don't know what he working on. I don't know when this shit coming out, but I'm gonna need this. Like that, it sounds amazing. Like everything that I've heard has sound amazing. But
Thank you,
that
thank you,
was like it was real good. So
thank you.
tell us about Sage and Slow Jams. I know everybody's not on Clubhouse. You
Oh
may,
yeah, Sage
but
and So. Have you tapped in yet? Are you on
I
Clubhouse?
am.
Okay, have you joined?
I'm stalking you.
Okay, you been in the room like
Yes,
on
I
it.
am.
Okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. I didn't know
My
you.
notifications are on. Every time you in the room, I'm in the room.
All right, you gotta come on as a moderator. Like
I
that'd be cool.
will.
I
I
feel like you
will
got the
definitely.
perfect personality for that. Like you, I know you don't bite your tongue, so
I
definitely, you
don't.
know what I mean. And you know, I like to open it up and you know respectfully and give other people opportunity to shine. So I create moderators on the spot. You know, I just go off the energy.
I'm
We
not
chop
shy.
it up about a lot. Um, the music's always great. You know, it's an extension of the Garden of Love. You know, which is something that I want to ultimately do. You know, like syndicate. I want to do syndicated radio one day. So, um, yeah. So, I mean, in the meantime, in between time, I'm on Clubhouse every
I like
Sunday,
it. I love it.
10 p.m. You know, until typically like 2 a.m. I shut
I was
down.
just gonna say 10 p.m. until at least 2.
Yeah, yeah. But it's the good vibes, man. I use it. I've been using it as a platform to break artists and put my music lovers onto and music lovers in general onto new artists and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing platform. Like to me, like they're gonna have to dig up some real bad shit on you because like you don't do nothing wrong to me. So I'm just like,
Oh no,
okay,
I
like
do.
the
I mean,
notification.
I got I
Sometimes I'm asleep and it'll be like, oh, Raheem DeVaughn is in. What they talking about in here?
yeah, I got drama and all kind of stuff just like everybody else. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like I never been an artist to like chase clout, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I got kids. I ain't finna do no sex tape and shit like
Right.
that, you know?
That's what I tell people all the time.
Well,
I'll do my
I
shit, but
like
at the
see
end of
certain
the day,
things that's just like, if I can't look my kids or my mom in the eye, you know,
I tell people that all
now
the time.
being
I talk
human and
shit,
making a
but
mistake or
I'm not
doing
about to
something,
embarrass my kids now.
yeah, yeah. I mean, as far as being human or making mistakes, I'm just like everyone else, But it's I feel like um, it's critical things you can do to just like that would just like tarnish your brand forever. It's just like distasteful or it just look like you just
And even
like you
to me,
chasing a
even
thirst. You know what I'm
beyond
saying?
your
Thirst. Yeah,
brand, it's beyond your brand. Like you don't want to tarnish your own personal image. You don't want to
yeah. I
embarrass
mean,
people
my
that you love
philosophy
and
is
respect.
nothing moves without the music. So um, if it ever gets to a point where I got to do something like that I feel like go against my morals or ethics because the music ain't popping no more, then it's just I need to walk away from it. Then at that point.
Yeah, won't see you doing that because the music is everything. Like you, I really like. I've always been a fan, and I really feel like you are in, like the nurses say, you're in the right vein right now. Like
Cool.
you are, like you really are, like the music that we're hearing on the back end, like this album is amazing. This is without question the best Raheem DeVaughn album, and I love all of them, but this is the best one. Like
I feel like I feel like it is too. You know,
it is.
it's interesting to hear you say that, to hear somebody else's perspective. I often wonder what it's like, when I create something and then we put it out to the world, and then somebody who's really been part of my world for the last 15 years as a music lover, 20 years, what it's like when they listen to it for the first time. Like,
Like
do
when
they
I
listen for the verse? Do they listen for the music? I often wonder.
listen, like when I the first time I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is it right here. I was like, this is it. This is it. And I literally, like, every night, like I'm going to sleep listening to this album. I have went to sleep listening to this album for the past 4 nights. Like it is every song. Like and not to say that the other music wasn't good, but this is like amazing. Like
Yeah,
it's not one song that I can say, I really don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all
yeah,
have that. Like we listen to music, most times it's a song on the album that you're gonna skip through, or that you just, you might not like as much or whatever. But this
yeah,
entire album is bomb.
yeah. The
Like,
biggest
let's
challenge nowadays is really
I'm proud of
exposing it to the people, and then just you know getting it out. I mean, it's still people that are huge fans of my work that are just discovering that the album is out. So it's never a dull moment in terms of like promoting it. You know what I mean?
Listen, I
Um,
know they tired of me talking about it. One of my followers asked me, she was like, do you know him personally? Like, are y'all friends? I was like, why? She was like, because you always talking about outside. Y'all know I love Raheem DeVaughn. Don't play with me. Like, do you
yeah,
have an album though? Did you download it? Because I told you to.
yeah. My following different. Yeah.
They
So I
are.
get it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, like I'm for real with it. Like my best friend, she was like, "You don't save it because I gotta work," and I was like, "Girl, like you just go, and just make sure that you get the album because it's really good." I'm excited to hear. What's your favorite song on this album?
The single, like Mr. Midnight, it's
I
probably
like
one. Yeah,
Midnight.
it's definitely. I want to hit different when I'm coming through these speakers nowadays. You know what I mean? So I'm really like
Listen, Mr. Midnight. When you
conscientious of that.
say,
I'll take the risk of doing something different before take the risk of doing what everybody else is doing. And
I
and
like
it's
it.
not that I don't like what everybody else is doing, but I just want to I want to come through. I want to come through the speakers different.
You definitely coming through the speakers real different. Like on Mr.
Yeah.
Midnight, like I even know the ad libs. Like on Mr. Midnight, in the background at the beginning when you say I'm on my way, like you mummed it a little bit. I'm looking out the window like, who is he talking to me? Like this is that album. Like I'm convinced. Like you wrote this for me. Like I'm listening to all the songs, thinking, okay, let's go to the rally. Let's, let's go to the rally. Now let's go back home.
Oh, baby, it's all right. It could go from 0 to 60 like really quick. I mean,
Listen.
I just kind of just I didn't even. This is your interview, so I didn't even ask if that's what the people wanted. I don't know if that's what they want right now.
Yes,
So
yes. I didn't want to ask you to do that because I know that's your work. But hey, if you're gonna give us something, please and
hey,
thank
that's what
you for
I mean.
giving us something.
That's what I do.
Well, give us something. Give us something.
That's what I do. Let's see. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you get out the shower in the midnight hour. Yeah. yourself. When you're in need of sexual help, I'll be there pronto. Just leave the door unlocked. Hold that wine and light that J. Tonight I need you healing like Marvin Gaye. Halfway out my drawers while you climb the wall. When you need a sound, oh baby, encore and applause. Let me be your Mr. Midnight. Ooh. Yeah. Just call on me, baby. And that's who I'll be, baby. Yeah, yeah. Oh, if there's no chance to stop, we gon' keep on going. From like 12:01 till like 6 in the morning. You're like summer rain pouring down in the center. When you need body heat in the dead of the winter, the moon is shining through the blinds now. How about I hit it from behind now? Or do you want it back downtown? Wet up the sheets, I put the towel down. Halfway out my drawers, baby, till you're screaming, Lord, baby. When you need an encore, baby, an encore and applause, baby. Let me be, let me be, let me be your power. Just call me up and I'll say, oh yeah, and I'll satisfy you, baby. That's who I'll be. Call me. See, you can call me baby. When you baby. Tell me just what the doctor ordered. Son. Ooh, you ain't gotta touch yourself. I'm your medicine you can't buy. I'm your Mr. Midnight. Oh. In the midnight hour, baby. Just call me, yeah. Hey, that's who I'll be, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm your Mr. Midnight. Came to do your body right. Came to do your body good. You're Mr. Midnight, baby. Yeah. All your girl dolls and your freaky little fantasies. Jeez, wait a minute, dog. When you need loving, baby. Oh, baby. When you need loving, baby. Oh, when you need loving. Hey. When you need loving, baby. Oh. That's an early Valentine's Day gift to all the single ladies out there.
That's everything. That's it.
That's your early Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna tell my grandchildren, this is y'all granddaddy sing it to y'all. Sing it to your grandma. This is your granddaddy, sing it to your grandma, okay?
Happy Valentine's Day to you all out there.
Thank you so much. I won't hold you too long because I know you're going to the studio.
Nah, not tonight. I'm off tonight.
You look real. I'm about to go out. I'm about to hit these streets.
I mean, I couldn't come. Affirmed as fuck and not be, fine as fuck.
You definitely fine as fuck now. You
definitely got to do. You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely came fine as fuck. Like I don't know.
Get to do.
I don't know who told you to do that, but we thank you for that too. Do you want to take a few questions or are you over it?
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, whatever you want to do, I'm here.
Okay, ladies, because I know your manager said we was on borrowed time, and I was like, okay. Okay, ladies, do you have any questions that you would like to ask? Don't run out now. Ask the right questions. Are you so why they getting their questions together? Yeah, they say you fine as fuck. Getting a lot of happy Valentine's Day. How long have you been vegan?
Um, I was vegan when I was younger.
Really?
When I was first job I had industry wide singing background was Virginia wine.
Hmm.
So during that period of my life, I was vegan at that time. Um, but I went back to plant based between Thanksgiving and Christmas of 2020.
Oh, okay. Someone
Yeah.
wants to know when it's the tour.
Um, we got this thing called COVID. So
But listen, I got beef with you because you were in Atlanta.
I was.
And
I was in
listen,
I was in
I
Atlanta
found
this
out
past
at the
week.
last minute. I found out at the last minute, and I was like, "Now this little black man could have told me he was gonna be in
Yeah, I
Atlanta."
was in Atlanta this past weekend. I was definitely in Atlanta.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, all
Yeah,
right."
I hosted a party out there. I mean, I'm looking to do some dates for the spring and summer. Like the phone's starting to ring for um a lot of the outside events.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. That's
Listen,
what's up.
if you need a hype girl,
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, cool.
Someone says you seem really down to earth, and someone wants to know when you are doing another collaboration with Dwelle.
Man, that's only a phone call away.
Yeah,
You know, I know he's in a stage of enjoying fatherhood right now. You know, um, as he should be. He's a new dad. Um, so I would love to do some type of group um involving Duale at some point. We've talked about it in the past. Yeah, so but that's the homie.
someone wants to know would you do some music with D'Angelo?
I would love to work with D'Angelo. I think that would be incredible.
And will you go back to the Garden of Love live soon?
Yeah, at some point I plan to do that as well. Um, yeah, So
You
I
guys
like to do
do.
things and kind of like then take breaks from them and you know, and then bring them back. And I got a couple of things that are manifesting right now. So
That's good. You got
absolutely.
a couple. What's a good Valentine's gift for me and Raheem?
Say again.
Someone wants to know what's a good Valentine's Day gift for men.
A good Valentine's Day for gift for men. Cologne. Um,
Not sex, girls.
sneakers if they're a sneakerhead.
You a
Um,
sneakerhead?
yeah, yeah, not so much as I used to be. You know.
Somewhat.
Yeah, yeah, somewhat. But maybe a hat. You know. Um, I think yeah, those would probably be my top three.
Somebody says a massage.
Okay. Yeah, Massagy.
um,
Yeah.
someone wants to know if you would do a song with Chris Brown. That'd be so.
Definitely. I could see myself penning some records for him. It's crazy. I remember the day that Chris Brown was signed. Like I
Really?
remember because we were on the same label. Like so I remember when they were giving him the tour around the building.
I
You know
love
what I'm
Chris
saying?
Brown.
Bright eyed, bushy tailed. And they were like, "This is Chris Brown. He's on the label now. He's gonna, I met him. I met his manager at the time, Tina Davis, and yeah, it's incredible to see like what he's become. But
It's so
I'm
deep.
not surprised. I'm not surprised. He's a May 5th tourist like me though.
He is amazing. He is
We have
amazing.
the same birthday,
Oh, really?
so he's May 5th tour. He's a May 5th tourist.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm totally not surprised at anything he's done and will do. You
Yeah.
know.
So this is a good one. Somebody wants to know how has celibacy changed the way you see the importance of a woman's mental stability?
Um, it just kind of shows you in other ways that women can be nurtured or need to be nurtured. You know. Um, um, although I mean I don't think that has anything to necessarily do with it. I think like mental health is a whole nother
It's a whole nother beast.
yeah, it's a whole nother beast within itself. So Um, in some cases, you might not be you might not know until you're completely in it, entangled in it, that you're dealing with somebody who may have some mental health issues, and then they may be dealing with you, whom also may have mental health issues. You know what I mean? Or or trauma. You know what I mean? I do feel like sometimes trauma can be mistaken for mental health. You
I
know,
totally agree.
or as a form or extension of it. Let me say that. You know, when you healed and you heal, you know, you heal yourself. You know, when you heal from the trauma.
So people want to know if you're in a relationship. I wasn't gonna ask.
I plead the fifth.
None of y'all business. None of y'all got darn business. Let's see. My name is Maui, not affirmed as fuck, but thank you. Let's see. A lot of Team Taurus on here.
I love Jasmine Sullivan. Somebody said would I work with
Yep.
Jasmine? Absolutely. I know Jasmine since I know Jasmine since she was like 11, 12.
Oh wow.
Yep.
She reminds me of you.
How
Like
so?
I met
How,
Jazz a couple of times, and
how
she
so?
reminds me of you. Like just the way, like even when I was talking to your manager, we were talking about how I think like this pandemic has been hectic for a lot of artists,
Uh
but
huh.
not so much for people like you,
Mhm.
who like kind of pivoted and used social media and
Mhm.
different things like that to kind of keep your music going and
Mhm.
flourishing and stuff. And I definitely think that you and Jasmine have done like an amazing job of, like keeping the music good during this time. Like y'all have been like so,
That's just. I think that's just in her though. She can drop music whenever.
yeah.
You know. She's a phenomenal vocalist. You know. Um. I'm more of a like a tone and pitch singer and like not so much of a runner. You know what I mean? Um. My style of vocal, but she's incredible. I didn't watch the game. Like I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Um. But I did catch her performance last night of the national anthem, and it was incredible. Like
She
she's incredible though. She's been
like
like that. She's been like that. She's been like that since she came out the womb.
her voice is like, oh my
Yeah,
God, it's like I don't even know, like,
yeah.
oh
She
my
definitely
God.
has a anointing, and she was put here to sing.
And she's
And
a
I'm sure
big
to do
concert.
a number of other phenomenal things as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just super dope. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. You know.
So people are saying that both of your albums are on repeat.
I,
Someone wants to know if you would work with Legacy, and someone wants to know if you would work with Ari Lennox.
um, I would definitely work with Led. Incredible. We've toured together. You know, had the same management at one point. The record she had with Jaheim, that was the record I did first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For whatever reason, they actually went with the Jaheim version, which I ain't mad at because it was dope. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to do record. I think I'd have been able to execute and give them what they wanted had we been in the same room. But when you send a record out, it's just you just don't know what they're going for. You know, I think definitely she would be a type of artist I'd need to be in a room with when we're
Like
creating it. You know
people
what I
want to
mean?
people want you to do a online concert. Like, have you thought about doing that?
Yeah, I've been doing. I've done a few. I've done a few. I've done a few. I took a break from it. We got some things. We got some things shaking though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
bring
got
it.
some things shaking.
Bring-
Ari, I knew Ari and met Ari as well before. Before the world knew Ari.
I love
Ar-
Ari.
Ari's always been incredible. Like man, like the album that I when I met her, she was rapping and singing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and doing them well. Yeah,
She
so
has an amazing voice. Like I love her voice.
she's an amazing energy though. She's just like an energy. You know what I'm saying? So
Who you look
um
like, your mama or your daddy? Because these people say that you got the best lips in the whole world.
I don't know. I guess I get them from my dad.
I know one thing, your parents, they weren't just having sex, like they loved each other. They made you. That was not they was
I,
not just out
I
here
hope
one
so.
night standing. They really loved each other. They made you, like you made. Just know that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
They want to know if you have any collaborations coming up with Anthony Hamilton.
Um, I worked with Ant in the past. Um, he was on Nobody Wins a War, which is on my 2010 album. But I'd love to work with Ant. You know what I mean? A lot of artists, I'm a songwriter too, so like, I'm a phone call away for a lot of different things. Yeah, and it's dope though. We toured uh, some years back. Myself, Anthony, Jaheim, and Kim for the Budweiser Superfest. That was great. Great memories.
These people know all your business. Let me tell you something. They answering the questions before. Somebody asked, did you have brothers? Somebody said he got an older sister. They know all of your business. They are all up through your business. Just so you know. Your people,
the T is not hard to find. It's like a
yeah,
click of a button these days.
yeah. They like your hats.
Oh,
So
thank you.
how was it creating the secret garden?
Oh, that was amazing. It was a fun experience. We did it during COVID. We weren't in the same room. We had to send the record around. Um, I was involved in the early stages of it, and as well as the mixing and mastering. Shout out to my guy Face Jamel Johnson, Face Recording and Media. He mixed and mastered that record, and he also did my album. What a time to be alive. The last few projects as well, and yeah, so it was really cool. Like I always wondered what I would sound like um, with myself, and what it would sound like myself, Cisco on a record. You know what I mean, and it got one better because you know what I mean with uh with Sean Stockman from Boys the Men, you know, as well as Omar Wilson, who's a dope new artist. It's just a very cool little blend.
Like Omar has that old school voice. Like it's
Yeah,
Omar got that.
absolute, absolute.
But you know what? It was
He got that
so
grits. He got that grits.
yes.
Yeah, he got the grits.
It was so like I'm convinced like you could have just talked like even on the parts where you weren't really singing. I'm like, hey, I
I remember
found
like
that.
a long time ago, a super engineer, Tony Maserati, right? If you those that know, and I was doing a session with him in his condo um, at the time in New York, and he he was we had just finished working on a record, and I had did like some speaking parts on the record, and I remember him telling me like, yo, you got a great talking voice, like
You do.
to talk on tracks. I mean, he is Bad Boy, like he did all the Bad Boy records, mix mastered them, the whole nine, as well as a lot of other things. And so it meant a lot coming from him telling me like, you know, and he was just like, yeah, like he was like, I do this. He was like, he was like, talk on the tracks. He was like, not as needed. Wrong
Yeah.
with that. That's not something you should not be doing. So
Listen,
I do it when
I'm
I
gonna
do it,
get I'm gonna
how
get
I
you to
do it
read
when I
some
do
books to me.
it.
Let me see if I can
um,
get you to call me and read a few books to me or something, because you do have a great like just speaking voice.
the Secret Garden record though, that was a risk taker because you're talking about Barry White. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I that whole thing was like either I knew people were gonna either love it or hate it. So the goal was to make sure to make sure a large amount of people more so love it than hate
Loved
it.
it and hated it. I hate remakes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really do hate remakes. Y'all knock that shit out of the park. Like
Thank you.
I shared that so much. I shared that shit so much. I really do. I hate remakes. I'm like, y'all just stop it. Leave these people shit alone. But you guys like, and I hate to say this, and I know somebody gonna get mad, but I said it before, and I really don't care. I like it better than I like the original. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's
Okay. You
amazing.
said it, I didn't.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Who gonna check
I
me?
mean, for me, it's forever law. It's the original. It's forever law.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
mean
the
it
it's
is.
the
It's amazing, but like
yeah.
that's the best do over of all times. Somebody wants you to speak about Marvin's influence on your music and personal.
Um, I think we just like kindred spirits. I think that he did a fine job of balancing um you know the tightrope of making socially conscious music and making love songs and records that spoke to intimacy, and that's something that I absolutely pride myself on. I understand that balance is needed, and I love making socially conscious records just as much as I love making records for the bedroom.
I definitely, like I told you before, I feel Marvin all up and through this album right here. I just think that it's the perfect meld of consciousness. I'm gonna keep talking about this album. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the other one so that I can go with that because right now, like this is it for me. Like I've listened to this more than I listen to you, and I listen to you all the time. Like I tell people all the time, that's like my little confidence song. I got a reel for Valentine's Day with you, but that's just
Yeah.
that's my little confidence song. They get me back in my groove. Like every
Okay.
word in
Okay.
the song gonna be about you, bitch. This entire song is about you. Like that's my song. So but I'm not gonna hold you because I will talk all day. I'm country and I like to talk and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I really do
Where
appreciate.
you from originally? You from Atlanta?
No, I'm from a small South Georgia. It's called Iron City.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like it's very small. Very.
Okay. Okay.
It's in between everywhere and nowhere at the same damn time.
I ain't say how far is that from Atlanta?
Like 4 hours.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Iron City.
yeah, where I am now is like 2 hours. It's just like right outside.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, but I was mad. I was like, he did like, dang, he should have told me I would have been up in that show. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like super nervous about that
really.
because like Atlanta's like a hot spot. You know what I
Atlanta
mean?
is never ever. Atlanta's like Florida at this point.
Yeah,
Like
they're super
Florida,
open. They're super open.
yeah, yeah. Like you go all the places in Atlanta. Like nothing is closed. Like and you know what? It's like Georgia. Period. Like the other people, like not us, like not our people. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to wear the mask. Like they just like fuck y'all mask. Fuck your corona. I'm like
Yeah.
okay, buddy. But yeah, I really appreciate this. Listen, whatever you need me for, like I know you don't need me, but if you need me for something,
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for
I
having me
really,
on your platform as well. Yeah.
I really
It's-
appreciate the music. Like I think you're doing an amazing job. Like whatever you're doing, keep doing it because we're here for it. Um, and the ladies love. Like I don't know who said the ladies love Cool James. The ladies love Raheem.
I
The
appreciate
ladies definitely
everybody.
love you.
Shout out to everybody that's tapping in right now too. I'm thankful for y'all. It's all good. Make sure you stream the album. Continue to run up the streams on the album. What a time to be in love. Available on all digital platforms. Go check out the video too. The video is on YouTube, on Vivo, vivo.com/Raheem DeVaughn, youtube.com/Raheem DeVaughn. And we got the Marvin used to say video on the way. That'll be dropping at midnight on Marvin Gaye's birthday.
What about the merch? Tell us about the merch.
Oh yeah, you can click on the Instagram bio link for to get some exclusive Raheem DeVaughn merch as well. Got the hoodies, got the t-shirts, all that good stuff.
And you're gonna keep us posted on when that album is dropping, cause
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have for certain two albums dropping this year, maybe three.
okay. Just
Yeah.
if you need somebody to listen to it and let you know what's going on with it. Just again, holler at
No doubt, no doubt,
let you
no doubt, no doubt.
I'll let you know. Sage and Slow Jams. Tell us.
Oh yeah, it's automatic every Sunday. This Sunday on Valentine's Day, Sage and Slow Jams. Make sure you tap in for the Valentine's Day edition, 10 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. If you're on the Clubhouse app, all you got to do is follow my club, my official club. It's called Club Sage and Slow Jams.
That's it, sis. That's it, and that's all. Okay. Thank you again for joining us. I really appreciate you. I'm very proud of you. Like as somebody that has followed you from day one. Well, maybe not day one, but at least day 10. I just want to tell you that I appreciate you. I'm very proud of the work that you're doing, and thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. You know, before I get out of here, I'll give y'all one more song. This is a little motivation. Make sure y'all check out my new album again. It's called What a Time to Be in Love. This is one of my favorites off the album right here. Shout out to Raquel Brown. I'm gonna zone out for a second. Turn the lights out. Shout out to the homie Jack Thriller tapping in. Love Queen Nation. What's going on, Boosie? If you're in the comments, let me know where you tuning in from. Arch back, you around the perimeter, just circling because it feels good. Climb atop the mound, develop like a Polaroid, spit. Blow atop the hood, you can't avoid it. Feels like I'm caping for the D, effortlessly. Fondle the lips, grip. Wait, baby, grip. Handle that shh. Intertwine the tongue, just the tip now, kiss. Our lips become one when you twist. Love me a long time. This next song is dedicated to all the mothers out there homeschooling. You standing straight up like the hairs on my neck. This nasty, open, pulsating, quaking. Got you. In case you got jumbled on your ABCs. To our chemistry. I'm vulnerable this wide open, so waste not, want not, love. Eat. X-rated classy be the caption. You and me hashtagging. The zest in your fingertips and you clean up the rest. She's ready for good smash. You got the rights to brag, so go in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Love King forever. Hey, hey, hey. All right now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah. Listen, baby. I said, hey, if I let you, would you put that ass up on me? Would you be my wonderful, my tender pony? I just wanna climb inside, girl, and crush it. The deep dive, but go deep, yeah. Erotic ecstasy. Fucking when I lick that honeycomb, you be going ham. Flowing like Niagara Falls when I break your damn arm. When you're kissing and stroking, when your sesame is open, when I'm down on your love, when you holler and you're screaming, arch your back and then I lean in. When I'm down on your love, baby, 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 yeah. Till you lean on the bed, you break your nails and hit your head on the headboard. When I'm down yonder on your love, baby, yeah. Till you fill me up your breath, fill me down your spine. Till you say it's the kill until it's that about time. I won't play it. No, 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 baby. Listen, it's the Love King of R&B Raheem DeVaughn. I just want to thank you again. Listen, I'm tapping in. I'm affirmed as fuck. Love King forever. Make sure you pick up my new album, What a Time to Be in Love. Get your stream on. And more music on the way. And thank you again so much for having me on your platform.
Thank you so much. Good night.